Hello everybody and welcome back to SparkofVintage. My name is Cindy and I am the owner and head treasure hunter here, and I have found some good crafty treasures in my room today. So if you've been with us for a while, you know that we're doing the 25 days of Crafty Christmas Countdown and revisiting some of our favorite items or newly found items in our craft rooms. So this one is the etc. tags from Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. If you haven't seen these before, it's because I don't think they've been out for a while. But they're basically heavy chipboard pieces that are kind of burnt into the chipboard, and they do pop out, and you can make decor pieces with them. You can embellish beignet boxes with them, or you can make ornaments with them, whatever you would like to do. So they are a heavy stock. They still smell a little bit like firewood from the burning process. So you get two different sizes in the package. So we're going to play around with them and see what we can make with these adorable etc. cathedrals. I'm going to try 4 different techniques on these to see if I can get them to look like really heavy iron gates. The first technique I'm going to try is the Tim Holtz Distress Foundry Wax. Now this is a fluid metallic wax medium that creates a really luminous kind of industrial style metallic highlight on surfaces that are porous like this chipboard, as well as non-porous like resin. But it does have to be heat set with a heating tool. So it kind of goes from a liquid to a really solid metallic finish. But you want to work in small batches because the foundry wax will dry out in the open air and turn actually to dust and not activate. We're going to try embossing for our next technique. But with this one, I'm going to use a really chunky, thick embossing powder. This one is not for fine detail at all. This is meant to create really chunky, kind of thick embossing on the items that you're doing. The embossing powder itself is even heavy. And as you can see, as we heat it, it bubbles and pops. It has a lot of spread, and it's creating what I'm hoping is a very pitted and chunky finish that will look like a rusted iron gate that's been out in the elements for a long period of time. And I'm going to use the metallic wax from Finnabar in graphite to give us that metallic texture on here with the chunky embossing powder. And I really like how it gets down in those pitted areas and really makes it look like an old and aged gate. Our next technique is just good old-fashioned metallic paint from Finnabar in bronze coin. I wanted to see if we would get much of a difference between the foundry wax and just regular painting. And for our last technique, I'm taking a step back in time a couple of days, going back to day 11 and using our rock candy glitter crackle paint. I think we got some good crackle on those pieces. And so we're going to use the Distress Spray Stain in the metallic colors this time in tarnished bronze. I want that spray stain to get down into those cracks and let us see some dimension. I think it did a great job, and we actually got some color variation on the piece as well. All 4 pieces gave us a little bit different look, so it's really up to you to decide which one you prefer. I had pre-cut some of my acetate leftovers in order to recycle them and use them for the stained glass windows. I used 1/8 inch score tape. It was the perfect size to be able to stick the 2 pieces together and not see any tape residue in the window. I added a little color to this Tim Holtz paper doll, and I love how she looks like a little girl sneaking out on a snowy night. So I used the opaque grit paste to look like snow that was piling up on the stained glass windows. And I love it. It kind of tells its own little story. This stained glass window felt more like the warm colors of Italy. So I just put a little bit of icy paste on there, hoping it would give me a little crackle on the windows. For this window, I just did simple glitter and glue. I used Collage Medium for the glue and a little bit of the rock candy glitter for the sparkle. And for this final cathedral window with these little fairy princess girls, I decided they just needed a little bit of extra fairy dust and sparkle. So I used the Stickles glitter glue in Twinkle and just intermittently put it on the board wherever I felt like there could be a little extra magic. And here are the final windows. I put a little tiny bubble light behind them so that it would illuminate the stained glass windows just a little bit. And I'm very excited about how they came out. And I'll probably add a little hook so that we can hang them as ornaments on the tree. Thank you so much for being with us today for day 14, and we hope you'll join us tomorrow for day 15. And thank you again for all of your support, your great comments. It's been so much fun doing this series with all of you.